I'm visiting my mom this week, so I can't be with you in class, but that is no reason for me to be uninvolved in this week's class as we learn about peer coaching. And an important part about peer coaching is something that we've already been learning about, and that is cognitive coaching. Boom, boom, boom. Cognitive coaching is when we coach the brain and its thoughts and its reflection. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of what our book says about cognitive coaching. Ready? Begin. One of the first beliefs about cognitive coaching, the way cognitive coaching became what it is today, is that, number one, everyone is capable of changing. Number two, teaching performance is based on decision-making skills. And so that will motivate skill development and refinement as your decision-making skills are more honed in. And lastly, the third part that created cognitive coaching is that teachers are capable of enhancing each other's cognitive processes, decisions, and teaching behaviors. So the more teachers work together, the more they're going to refine each other's rough edges in their thinking, thought processing, and reflecting. So as we continue learning tonight about cognitive coaching, I'd like to talk to you about a few interesting parts of also what makes up some important elements, not important elephants, important elements of cognitive coaching. The first one being rapport skills. If you and your mentor or you and your coach have good rapport skills, I'm easy to talk to. You are body matching an open-shouldered position with happy intonation, accepting, eye contact, those kinds of things. You build rapport with the person that you're coaching or the person who is coaching you. The second thing to remember when you are part of a cognitive coaching pair, either the coached or the coach, is structuring. You want to plan ahead. You want to plan ahead what time, how long it's going to take, also the space or the place that you're going to meet in, and the purpose. You don't just want to show up and say, so, tell me. You need to have a plan ahead of time. That's part of structuring, fostering, making it very obvious to both parties what the purpose is going to be, what the context of the conversation will be. The third part is reflective questioning. These are questions that you're going to be using. They are open-ended questions, usually not yes or no, usually not A or B, but what do you think? And how do you feel? Because it's causing the mentoree to look within and to wonder about their own teaching practices and beliefs. Also, it fosters positive beliefs about themselves. The next part, using silence. Using silence during your cognitive coaching is giving them a safe space to think about how they feel. Now, usually we fill in silence because it's uncomfortable, and so you don't want somebody to feel uncomfortable, so you say, oh, that's okay, you don't have an answer now, think about it, get back to me later. Just zip your lip and give them a chance to think about it. They might not know right off the top of their head how they feel about integrating technology or collaborative learning. So give them a chance to respond before you start giving them ideas. The next part is, important part, paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is an interesting part that helps you show the other person that you are an active listener. You are understanding what they're saying because you're able to restate it, and you're really giving a summary. So in this box, I like using collaborative learning. That's what it says? No. It says, I like using collaborative groups. And over here it says, oh, so you like it when kids can work together and learn from it. Paraphrase. The next part is accepting. You want the coach and the mentoree, is that a word? The other person, coached, to feel accepted. You want them to both feel accepted by your verbal reaction and your nonverbal reaction. If you're making faces like, or, when they're talking, they're not going to feel like they have good ideas. See the stars? Those are good ideas, and you're fostering it. This is also the part where we talk about here in Dr. Singh's class, the praise. And a lot of you said, you're really good at praising, and a couple of you said, you need to work on this. Just to envision these little stars and let them know that they are a little ding ding like stars, like that. 2 more. Clarifying. The clarifying, see I thought it might not be visible or noticeable or recognizable as a magnifying glass, because you are probing and chaining for details about how your partner in this coaching situation, how they are really feeling. And tell me more is a good way to say that. Tell me more. What do you think about? It goes kind of with the reflective questioning. What do you think? How do you feel? How will you do that? How will you sustain it? Those kinds of questions also. The last one's my favorite. And that is, when you are a coach, you have also very important part of cognitive coaching is providing. Ta-da! Look at this. I have a gold mine for you. This gold mine over here is full of data that I can give you and resources and my ideas, because 2 heads are better than 1. And so as your cognitive coach, I get to surprise you, hooray, with a gold mine of other ideas and resources. I hope that my part about cognitive coaching was informative, and if you have any questions, you'll have to hold on to them for 1 week until I come back and I see all of your shining faces.